Stop using ManyChat. On the best PT software, I've created an automated messenger that will replace ManyChat forever. So I'm going to show you what I've created on the best PT software using high level. So what we've got here is we've got two different triggers. The trigger is basically what is going to bring someone into this automation. And we have two. One, we have if someone comments on your post on your page, and what I've got here is 4321. And then if someone sends you a DM, whether it's replying to a story, whether it's just sending you a message, 4321, those what's going to pull people into this. And then what I've done is I've created two pathways, one where it's a comment and one where it's the DM. So if someone comments on a post, what you can do is you can create multiple different comments to send automatically to the person that has used that trigger word, which in this case 4321. So you can add, I think maybe up to 30 or even more. And what you can't do on ManyChat currently on Instagram is like a comment. So it will send an automated reply like this, but it won't do like. So that's one up on the software. And then what we've got then is we then ask them, thanks for showing interest. So this one's for my 12-day program that I'm going to be running. We've got ones for lead magnets as well. And this is to try and get people onto the priority list. So here, quite simply, I say, can I have your email, to put on the priority list? They either say yes or no. So I'll go down this one first, and then I'll show you briefly the DM keyword. But they basically play with one another, and we move, like when something happens, they go to another step. You'll see that as well. So if they say yes, then what we're going to do here is we're going to see if we actually have their first name on the software, on the CRM. If we don't, because obviously Instagram handles are slightly different, we ask them, what is your first name? Sometimes usernames are different. Just type in your name. We then wait until they reply. And then if they reply, we update their first name with what they've put as that message. And then we wait 0.2 minutes. So we've got a slight delay, and then we move them over to this. So we move them to check in if we've got their name. So if their name is now on the contact field in the CRM, it will come back to this condition, and we'll go through that process again. So we've already got their first name, or they've just given their first name. And then what we're doing there is we are then checking if we have their email on the CRM or if we don't. So if we already have their email on the CRM, it says, it looks like I have your email on the system already. I have, and it will actually put in what email you have on the system. And then you're asking them if they want that one to be added to the priority list. We've set up different buttons, yes or no, and then we said perform an action. So here we've got a wait step. So the wait step is pretty simple. I've set it as 1,380 minutes. That's 23 hours. It's keeping within Instagram's 24-hour rule. And what will happen is if that was only a minute, it would take them down the default and they would just time out. So you could add other stuff there, but I've set it up. So waits 23 hours. At this stage, waiting for them to give me their email address. Now here you can prompt it if you want to, if it times out, and you can loop them back in. But for the purpose of this, we have their email. If they say yes and they click that button, it'll go, thanks, first name, I've just added you to the priority list. And then what I've done here is I've added a tag. Now I already set this up on ManyChat, as you can see. So now I've used that tag because that triggers them into my other automation, which is then specifically building them on the priority list. And what we'll have with the software is we'll have automated _ lead magnet 1. We have up to 5 different lead magnets. So we have that there. If they say no, they want to change their email address, then they click that, and then we're going to basically send them this DM. And we're like, okay, tell us what email you want. So we wait for them to reply, and then 0.2 minutes, and then we're updating their email with their email address that they've just put in. And I tested this earlier, and I was like, my email is, and I gave them my email address. And because of the software and the power, it knows what's the email address and what isn't. So it already had that there. Now what we've got then is when someone gives their email, if they don't put that @ symbol, then we know that it's definitely not going to be an email. Now people can still put fake emails down, but what happens is this: if they reply, we check and we go, okay, have they actually sent us this email? And if it doesn't have an @ symbol, it will say, sorry, I didn't see an @ symbol. Could you please reply? So we wait for them to reply, and then we send them back to the filter to make sure that they've now given us an email address on that response to that message. And then when they have, it will say, I've just sent confirmation email, and you see the snippet code there will then have basically the email that they've just put in. And then what we're doing there is we're adding a tag. So it's very similar to, very similar for the DM. So if they just DM you the word rather than comment on a post, as you can see here, we've got 2 people. I won't click on it because you'll see them. So 2 people sent me a DM from a story and they've not clicked on it. And because it hasn't been 23 hours yet, they've not timed out. If they do time out, then simply all you'd say is just comment the trigger word again and it'll go through it and like just put the details in so you can get them to do that, because people do stuff. Now, if they say yes, what we're going to do is we've moved them over to this part of the pipeline. We're checking for their first name. If they say no, then I'll give them this message. Oh, damn, that's cool. I'll go back to dry my tears. So that is the option there if they click no on either of the buttons. This is extremely powerful. This will replace ManyChat. This will not be charged any more money, and it will actually reduce the amount of duplicate contacts you have, because every time someone sends you an Instagram DM or Facebook Messenger, it will create them as a contact on the CRM. Then if someone submits a form or they give you their email address, it can create duplicate contacts. With this, it should, by using ManyChat, we had that quite a lot. By using this instead of ManyChat, it will actually reduce the number of duplicate contacts you've got. Quite simply, there'll be tutorial videos where it'd be like, cool, update your trigger word, change the messages here so they fit on brand, and you'll just go through step by step, tweaking the words, and then you hit publish. So that's how powerful it is. So you don't need to use ManyChat anymore. Use thebestptsoftware.com.